Too early on in the dive to shoot. Too barracuda-ish to shoot. Too serendipitous to shoot. Too big to shoot. Just too stupid to shoot. Bloody hell, it's like a goddamn town meeting. Well, I can't shoot the mayor. And I can't shoot the district attorney, but I can shoot the little sheriff. I shot the sheriff. You're in trouble there now, fella. What the hell? Oh, far out. Let's check that out again. Clever fish. Whoa, baby. Check this out, people. I have never seen so many fish. Almost all are chubs. There are some large parrotfish too, but I've never seen so many chubs. These fish usually indicate that there are ledges and caves nearby. I can see the bottom is a bit broken, but not enough it seems for so many chubs, so there must be some really big ledges hidden under here. You're probably wondering why the second rubber is not loaded. Well, I didn't have the time and I wanted to check out this fish and see how close I could get to it. This is a big grouper, people. It even turned side on for me. I could easily, even with one rubber, people, get this fish. But it's too big, so I let it be. So I swam about 40 metres from that spot to the reef edge, and look what happens. I first see a snapper, which I want, so I start to go for it. But look who has followed me here, the same bloody grouper. Bugger if I know where the snapper has gone, but the grouper is just around this rock, so let's see how close we can get. This is gonna be quick. This snapper is racing along. Now I was going to rip out the liver from the fresh fish myself and eat it, you know, as a snack. But then I thought of that cool curly-haired dog that I'd met recently, so I thought I'd give him the liver treat. I was looking forward to see how keen he would lap it up. This is the coolest dog ever, people. Okay, so this dog is less than impressed. Maybe he didn't want to catch cooties from me, who knows? All I'm going to do is salt it, and as you can see, perfect fit, perfect size for one. Anything larger, well, it'll sort of hang out the sides. Oh yeah, now you're probably wondering why I didn't shoot the fish that are about this size earlier on. It's because they're too easy, people. I'm reminded in this instance of the saying in the Bible. And it says something like this, with some Australianisms shoved in it. It says, "He who taketh the easy road and shooteth the fish that just sits there and takes no evasive action shall be condemned to a boring life. But he who taketh the more difficult shot and goes for fish that does take evasive action and goes hither and thither and make a difficult running shot shall have a more interesting life and be on the enlightened." I think there's something in that for all of us. Way to go with the smoke at the right moment, God. Top stuff. Yeah, I know, people. It is one of the lesser known parables. We're getting away from the no-see-ums. They're getting really bad. Yeah, and I'm turning into a pussy. Now, I'm reminded in this instance of another parable from the Bible. It says that he who gets bitten will be scratching a nut. And this is olive oil, garlic and salt. Oh, it's so good. Bon appetit. Bloody magnificent, people. And now for my favourite part, the fatty head and eyeballs. Woohoo! And done. Oh yeah, don't do this on a first date or a second date. I just noticed water in the camera, and this is the camera case. This is the better quality one. This case is the one where you take the actual lens cap off, the clear lens cap off the GoPro, so it doesn't have any waterproofness anymore. So I'm hoping I can save it. Maybe it's just gone down to the bottom. But if this is another camera wrecked, I mean, that's 2 GoPro 7s in less than 6 months. I'm going to keep it vertical. Bugger. There is water above and below the lens, so it doesn't look too good. Alright, I'm going to clean it up as best as I can. I hope it's not the waterproof case. Usually the buttons go, or maybe perhaps one of my hairs, or there was something that was blocking the seal at the back. Maybe that's where it leaked. I don't know. It looked like it leaked from the bottom left-hand corner of the actual lens on the waterproof case. So I don't know what to do. If we lose that camera, we're sort of stuffed. I have a kink in my neck, so I asked Antonio to stretch it out for me. He's never done this before, but I have been to a few chiropractors and osteopaths, and it looks all pretty easy to me. So let's give it a crack. Well, not literally a crack, just a stretch, people.
What you want me to do is
just pull gently. All right, dog, out of the film. Oh, bloody hell, dog. You're getting in the way of quality filming. Okay, good. There's some dog commentary right there, people. Nothing but quality. That's right, people. The quality of this vlog stands out like... I have my legs bent over the edge of the boat to stop me sliding, and Antonio's going to gently pull. I'm trying to let go and completely relax. I breathe deeply and exhale. Hopefully he will stretch the kink out. And then I'll do some deep breaths and we'll go through that. Okay, keep going. More. Okay, that'll do. A bit more. A little bit more. Don't try this at home, people, unless you got rocks in your head. But if you do have rocks in your head, then go right ahead. Okay, off. Antonio sorted me out. I would put a hot water bottle on tonight to help it too. I was feeling good, and it seemed there was not a cloud on my horizon. Well, at least we got some sunlight. Half the sky's open, but that won't last long. We probably got about maybe under an hour before this one gets to us. Sure enough, 30 minutes later, it was on. I anchored the boat in the shallows, and because of the lightning, I kept away from it. Well, I have half an hour or so to kill. What is interesting around here that we can learn about? That's right, people, this is a learning channel. Well, maybe learning what not to do, but a learning channel nonetheless. Aha, this is a scorpionfish, people. Some confuse these with stonefish, which can be deadly, but a scorpionfish can still bugger you up pretty badly. Whichever fish it is, the spines are sharp and strong and will easily go through the rubbish, lightweight, foamy footwear we have around today. Ordinary dive boots, I don't think would protect you much either. You would need a thicker, tougher sole. So what is the difference? The most obvious is that the stonefish looks like a rock, whereas the scorpionfish still looks like a fish. Stonefish have leathery, warty skin, whereas scorpionfish have scales. Stonefish tend to curl their tails, whereas scorpionfish keep them roughly straight. And stonefish tend to look very grumpy, people, whereas scorpionfish less so. Now that we have a few very unscientific rules, let's see if we can identify some, shall we? What do you think this is? It looks like a rock, so it's a stonefish? Nah, it's a scorpionfish. It doesn't look grumpy enough, people. This one has a curly tail, so stonefish, right? Nah, not grumpy enough. It's a scorpionfish. This is an easy one, people. Grumpy as all hell. And yes, it's a stonefish. But then we have this one. Looks as grumpy as hell, but it's a scorpionfish. Sometimes I reckon these scientists are just making it all up. Or using dice. And as far as I'm concerned, this is a chewbacca fish. But apparently, it's a scorpionfish. Oh, settle down, Chewy. And you'll never guess this one, people. It is a false scorpionfish. That's right, false scorpionfish. That has evolved to just look like a scorpionfish, even though it is not poisonous at all. I mean, if you're going to evolve over 1 million years to look like a piece of crap, surely you could mix a few chemicals together and make a poison. Ought to only take a few seconds evolutionary speaking. Come on, fish, try harder. And yes, people, this is a pile of poo. masquerading as a stonefish. Doesn't really make much difference, stonefish or a poo. You really don't want to step on either. This is all well and good, but if you see a fish and you're still unsure if it's a stonefish or a scorpionfish, and you really want to know, the most accurate test is to get stung. If the sting is excruciatingly painful and kills you, then it's a stonefish. If the sting is excruciatingly painful but you live, then it's a scorpionfish. Not the greatest of tests granted, but this is a learning channel, people, and I thought you'd like to know. Incidentally, I stood on a stonefish in Western Australia and it was excruciating pain followed by massive swelling. No, I didn't die, but in the first hour it might have been a blessing, people. The pain is not quite like burning, but that's the closest way to describe it. It travels from the sting up your limb with massive painful throbbing. How do you like my nail polish, people? Just kidding, that's not my foot. If you look carefully on the non-fat ass foot, this lady's fourth toe is her second biggest toe. Doesn't that mean she should be in prison? Better keep an eye on her, people. And what do you think caused this, people? Stonefish sting or scorpionfish sting? You're going to be wrong. Neither. This lady was just fat as. The best thing to do is immediate immersion of the affected limb in the hottest water you can stand for as long as you can stand it, certainly for 30 minutes or so. The reason for this is the toxin is proteinaceous and the heat deactivates the protein components of the venom. As a general rule, any marine sting ought to be dealt with the same way. One last thing, this is more for stonefish really. Rarely are they sitting out like this in the open. They are very difficult to see. Often they will be partially beneath the sand between other rocks like this. I mean, walking in the shallows and looking from above, you would be hard-pressed to see this was a stonefish. Lesson's over, people. Let's see how the storm is going. Looks like it's clearing up.
Mainly upper level lightning. We've had a few strikes, but it's I think we're all good now. But that was a bit of a doddle. Didn't even get to 25 knots. And I don't know, maybe 40, 45 minutes. But I'm freezing. I mean, sitting on the top of the water, just waiting far out. The rain, there's so much rain. The top layer was freezing. Alright, well that was just in the nick of time. We just had a strike just out there, so I'm going inside.
Shower time, people. A good rule is don't get too lathered up because the rain will surely die. I love the rain. My water tanks would surely be full by now, so the rain has served its purpose. I was going to have a word with the man upstairs and ask him to stop the rain, but it isn't likely, people. The forecast is looking a bit bad, but that's okay. It just adds to the adventure. See you next week.